question of value, the question of trust, the question of convenience are all elements that have always been important when you've opened a shop. Whereabouts on the high street are you? How many shops do you have? What is the price of these goods? What's the quality of them? What's the quality of the experience when you go into the shop, whether that's the fixtures and fittings or whether that's the individual shopkeeper that you're talking with. All of those things are what have mattered in the past, and those principles will continue to matter going forward. Some of those elements around quality, price, interaction with people, they will stay the same, but we will need to get smarter at how to deliver even better value, even better quality, even better service experience. Well, one of the changes that we are seeing in the marketplace is that customers have stopped doing the big monthly shop, and we need to react to that. So and that'll be for a number of reasons, whether that's monetary or whether that's from wanting to waste less. And therefore, what people want to put into their basket, how often they want to come and do a supermarket shop, is changing, and we've seen that over the last 4 to 5 years, and we happen to think that that will continue to evolve over the next 5 to 10 years. And therefore thinking through what is the right amount of choice we provide to customers in any given shop or any given online service, and how do we curate the vast array of products we could stock into the right array of products that we do stock, and then make sure that customers understand which are the right choices for them, is, I think, going to completely change and require radical overhaul. The end product will nevertheless look to the customer as if it's just a smarter way of doing what they've always done. But there's a whole pile of complexity up behind that, behind the scenes. I think there needs to be a belief in the brand. So there also needs to be an understanding as to what the brand stands for. So we have installed in all of our colleagues and delivered quite an extensive program when we launched it around what we stand for and what our vision is as a retailer. So to be the most trusted retailer where people love to work and shop was a vision we created 3 or 4 years ago, which we don't use as any sort of customer-facing message, but actually as a way of getting colleagues to engage and think through what does that actually mean for my day-to-day job, and whether that's a colleague in the depot who is needing to fill the totes, to fill the trucks to be able to get to stores, or whether that's someone that's on the customer service desk who is dealing with customer complaints on a daily and hourly basis. Having that sense of how do I deliver a trusted experience, how do I make sure that I love coming to work and customers love coming to shop, is embedded in what we are trying to do. Creating that culture of trust and love is central to what we think will help stand us in good stead in the long term. I think that what we try to do is start from the customer and think through what is it that we now need to get. What does a customer want to do? So if I take an example of a customer who does want to get in and out of my shops as quickly as possible without talking to anyone, and use their smartphone and be able to use a checkout experience that they don't necessarily need from a technology point of view, but gives them the safety and the comfort that they've actually checked out and they're not going to get followed by the security guard for walking out with a basket of goods. That requires us to think through from a customer point of view, what is it that you want to do, and therefore how do we get our profit protection team, our product teams, our customer experience teams to work together to say, right, how are we going to deliver that in-store experience, how are we going to deliver that online application, what are the things that we need to do differently, how might that mean that the shopping trolley needs to be completely revolutionised in order to be able to accommodate that I just put my own bags into the trolley so that I can just put stuff into the bags preloaded rather than the current experience. How do we evolve that thinking so that we continue to make it easier, more convenient and more valuable for customers to shop at Sainsbury's rather than elsewhere? I think how to incentivise colleagues on the shop floor or incentivise people in terms of how to deliver right products, right services will evolve over time. We spent quite a bit of time making sure that over the last 10 years we've got the right availability of products on our shelves and making sure that when a customer comes into a shop they can pick up what they need. We have evolved over time what level of service and what type of service we ask our colleagues to deliver to customers. So we've spent quite a bit of time over the last few years making sure that that interaction with customers is as authentic as it can be, rather than a forced interaction that colleagues know is being measured in some way, shape or form. And making sure that colleagues are authentic and being measured on their authenticity rather than saying a set of words is one of the things that we will change and iterate over time, we have done. And that will continue. We will continue to think through what is the right way of being able to deliver the service, and how do we incentivise colleagues and people in the support centre to be able to deliver the right products and services. What we'd like to be able to see is that actually we can bring the artisanal quality, and already we have a number of local producers providing local products through our shops. How do we use technology to get more of that? Whether that's under the Sainsbury brand or whether it's under their own brand, that will be the opportunity, I think, for us. But I think we feel we have a brand that allows us to continue to deliver a trusted quality experience for customers, both in the core product that we've got, but also then in the experience that they've got, and the level of interaction that they get from colleagues who really care about the communities that they work in and live in. So I think understanding who are the regional producers of product and how we might be able, if they meet the standards that we've got for our own product, to be able to deliver that, if that is indeed what customers want, into our shops. It's a journey we're already on and will continue to be on.